17 Doritos. That's all I was allowed at a birthday party when I was 11 years old. 17 Doritos. Now at 49 years old, a simple handful of licorice can send me spiraling back to that moment of shame and humiliation. This is my story of how food policing in childhood can haunt you for decades. Today, I'm sharing a personal story that may change the way you think about food, body image, and the power of one single moment to shape a lifetime. So Monday night, something happened that sent me back to that insecure, humiliated, and embarrassed 11-year-old girl. So my man sat a handful of licorice, a simple little handful of licorice on my nightstand. Now, mind you, this was a handful of licorice that I asked him for. But as I stared at this handful of licorice on my nightstand, I was transported back to that birthday party that changed me and my life forever. Okay, so picture this. I was in 6th grade. I was at a birthday party surrounded by a bunch of giggly girls and the smell of my favorite food, pizza. But for me, that birthday party became a nightmare that I have carried with me for almost 40 years now. Now, I'm not going to tell you who this was, but it was an adult. They saw me grabbing the bag of Doritos, and as I stuck my hand into the bag of Doritos, they came over, they pulled me aside, they stepped in front of that bag of Doritos, they grabbed a paper plate, and very loudly, they began to count. 1, 2, 3, and they counted all the way to 17 Doritos. Why 17 Doritos? Because that was the serving size of the Doritos. And as all eyes were on us watching this exchange, I'm feeling the embarrassment, the humiliation, but it got worse. They said to me, and I quote, "That is all you get, because chubby girls like you do not get to enjoy snacks like thin girls do." 17 Doritos. That's all I was worth in her eyes. 17 Doritos. But that's not all. It doesn't stop there. Oh no, it got worse. That adult then proceeded to take me into another room away from all of the girls and the food and the pizza and the cake and the ice cream. So I sat in that room and I was tortured by the smell of my favorite food. That's all I could think about, was the fact that I was not out there with the other girls giggling and laughing and having a great time and enjoying a couple slices of pizza. I sat and I cried. Then came the singing of happy birthday, quickly followed by clanging of forks on plates as the girls enjoyed cake and ice cream, and I continued to sit in this bedroom all alone, wishing that I was out there with the rest of the girls having fun and participating like 11-year-old girls should do at a birthday party. In that very moment, food became the enemy. My body a battleground, and a war began. A war that I am still battling to this day. That one single event as that 11-year-old girl sparked years of cycles of restriction, binging, and then would come the shame. And it was just this cycle that went over and over and over. So every bite became loaded with guilt. Every meal a potential minefield waiting to blow, until I developed a full-fledged eating disorder, binging and purging. Fast forward to this week. So Monday night, when I looked at that little handful of green licorice sitting on my nightstand, I was transported back to that 11-year-old girl who felt the humiliation and the shame, and I felt anger rising up. I was feeling and experiencing everything all over again as a 49-year-old woman, simply feeling unworthy of enjoying a harmless handful of licorice, all because of what happened at that birthday party when I was 11 years old. How is it even possible that this little piece of licorice, one piece of licorice, how is it possible that this little piece of candy can hold so much power? How can the ghost of 17 Doritos still haunt me today at 49 years old? The reason I decided to share my story is because I know I'm not alone. Food policing, body shaming, the list goes on and on. These experiences can leave scars that last a lifetime. But the good news, recognizing their impact is the first step towards healing. If you have experienced something similar, like what I just shared, I want to say I'm sorry. You should not have had to experience that. And let me remind you that your worth is not measured in calories or pounds. You deserve to enjoy food without guilt, and your body is not a problem to be solved. If you can relate to my story, I would love it if you would please share your experience in the comments below. It's time for us to break the silence and let's support one another. I want to tell you that healing is possible. It's a journey, and it's a journey that I'm still on, but I invite you to take this journey with me. Remember, you are worthy just as you are, and yes, you're even worthy of enjoying Doritos or licorice or any other food that you want to enjoy. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.